Okay, babe, fall is falling and the glam is glamming, but guess what's not? My bank account. Today we're driving into this bronzy, cozy, pumpkin spice kind of eye look using two super affordable palettes. The Nicka and the Beauty Treats palettes. No need to splurge to save face, okay? You can still give a luxe fall glam without the luxury price tag. Let's get into this budget-friendly beat. Okay, so we're starting off by priming our eyes with the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Primer, and that's because I want a nice, even surface to do all this work on. It's also going to provide a nice sticky base for the eyeshadow to stick to. Next up, I'm going in with my flat concealer brush, and I'm applying my LA Girl Pro Concealer to the eyelids and underneath my brow bone. I'm also using it to define my eyebrow so that it looks clean and sharp. Next up, I'm starting with my Beauty Treats palette, and I'm starting off with Vanilla Bean right under my brow bone, and that's going to give me a nice starting point, and we're going to work down and get deeper in color from there. I'm using this orange color from the Nicka New York Mojito palette, but if you only have the Beauty Treats palette, then it's a very similar color to Chai. When it comes to blending your eyeshadow, you want to make sure and do a lot of blending. Go back and forth like as many times as is necessary to get that seamless blend, because remember, the way things look inside is not necessarily how it looks when you hit the real outdoor light. Now I'm going in on my lids with the shade Cafe Frappe, and again sweeping it back and forth, and this is going to create a nice transition shade, even though it's not going to be like a dramatic color. It's creating a nice grade down to this darker color. Now this is the shade French Toast, and I'm also mixing it with the Espresso, which is the black in the palette, because I want to get that nice dark look. And I'm going to apply it on the inner and outer sides of my lid, and as you can see, I'm using the brush in more of a stamping manner because I want to really get the pigment into those 2 points, and then I swept it across to make sure that it's blended. So yeah. Next up, just to make sure that all my pigment is blended in well, I'm going in with an angled fluffy brush, and I'm making sure that there's no spots left out and there's no harsh lines of demarcation. Next up, I'm picking up Gold Rose, and I'm using my concealer brush because I want a flat brush. It gives me more control, especially for glittery or sparkly pigment. It's going to be a bit more hard to pick up and to really get it onto your lids the way that you want it with one of those fluffy brushes. So the shape of this brush is very helpful to pick up the pigment and lay it down on your eyelids in a very nice, smooth way. So after I lay it on in the shape that I want, I'm taking it now and using it more like a paintbrush to get the pigment down to where I want it to be and in the shape that I want it to be. As you can see, it's a little bit tricky. It will require some finessing. Now, I think I could have gotten a lighter glitter from the Espresso palette, but I'm going to the Morphe Rose to Fame palette, and I'm getting the Brassy and Sassy. and that's giving me that pop of color that I want in the middle of my lid. Yes, I know it's supposed to be all drugstore brands. I think Morphe is still on the drugstore-ish end of the spectrum, and it's just one color. You can replace it if you have a brighter color from another palette, or even if you feel satisfied with the color that you get in the espresso yourself. Next up, I'm tight lining on my lower lash line, or waterline, with a black pencil. This is a kind of smudgy pencil, but that's fine because I will be setting it with the brown of the Beauty Treats palette. A good wing liner never goes wrong. So even though my eyes already look like it has a wing because of the way that the shadow is shaping the eyelid, I'm still going in to give it that extra emphasis. I used to wonder why people who do wear falsies still wear mascara under them, but it's because when you do a lot of eyeshadow, then it tends to fall out on your lashes and creates like a white dusty look. Then when you wear your falsies over them, it looks terrible. So make sure if you're doing all of this eyeshadow that you do put on some mascara to get your lashes back to black. Maybe not your best mascara, because you want to save that for the days that you're not wearing lashes at all. Next up, I'm using the brow lamination gel from e.l.f. and this really gets my eyebrows nice and sleek. But I would say that if you're going to be using this, definitely do it before you put any foundation on your face, so that the residue can dry off before it mixes in with your foundation. Because if you do the other way around, then whatever excess product is on the brush or on your skin is going to mix up with the foundation. It may get messy. And this is the zoomies that I get from getting a good makeup a good makeup look. I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking. So now I'm going in with my foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match, and I'm absolutely in love with this foundation because it has buildable coverage. It feels like skin. It doesn't feel like your face is under like a latex mask all day, and I absolutely just love the way that it comes off on my skin. I really struggle to get a foundation that matches my undertones and doesn't look crazy, and because I have like a darker neck, doesn't give me that harsh line of demarcation. Don't forget to bring your foundation to the edges of your face, to your ears, down your neck as far as possible. See if you can blend it out. You don't want any harsh lines around there like you're wearing a mask. Now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and the other day I heard a content creator / beauty influencer saying, if you're still using LA Girl Pro Concealer, then you must be this, that, and the other. And you know what? I'm all that she said, because I've been using this and I love it. I love the availability, I love the texture, the color payoff, the way that it works. I've seen professionals and big YouTube creators using this product despite having a bunch of high-end products in their arsenal. So it just speaks for the quality of the product. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And I'm using this big fluffy brush because I'm loving having a very dispersed layer of blush on my face these days. This is actually the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Better Than You, and actually it does give you that feeling like you're better than somebody when you wear this, because it's just so pretty. Look at that. Alright, so now I'm going in under my eyes. I'm setting it with the Arista loose powder, and this is in my skin tone. And this is a trick I learned recently. Swirl it on the back of your hand so that you don't inject like a whole bunch of powder, because these brushes are shaped in a way to pick up a lot of powder, and when you just go straight into your under eye, it can really shock your concealer. It can like really make it dry. So one of the worst things that you can do to your makeup while trying to preserve it is to make it excessively dry, because then it cracks, then it looks crazy. So you want to find the right balance of moisture on your face and not overly like injecting makeup, or like just loading up your skin with makeup, because then it tends to crack on itself. So this brush really helps me to get that done. Now I'm going in with the NYX Born to Glow. This is in the shade Sun Goddess, and I absolutely love this. This is one of the best drugstore brand highlighters that I have used, and I'm in love with it. Then I'm going on my lips. I'm experimenting with this shade. This is a brown in the Ruby Kisses. It's a matte satin lipstick. It's nice, but it's not what I was looking for today, so I went over that with this chocolate mousse from NYX. It's a smooth whip lip color. I don't know if it's a lipstick. I won't say it's a lipstick, but this is it gives like a kind of matte finish without drying out your lips excessively. And I'm going in with a brush because it gives you a little bit more control as to where the product goes, as opposed to when you just smudge them together as the only means of blending it. I then add some falsies off camera because I was not sure about how it would have come out, and this is the finished look. So if you like this look, if you like this series, if you like the concept, then subscribe. See you.